This is Jim Savage 4x4 giving you an update on Slayer. So stayed a little late tonight to get a little mock-up. I've got to get this thing over to a shop that's going to build some custom headers for me, so I had to get her set in place, kind of get the angles on the way the engine's going to set in. Got to build a cross member for the transfer case, but basically I'm going to walk around this thing and talk about it a little bit here. So I got a King coilovers in place on this thing. Built some brackets in there. Fully adjustable. But anyway, this is just a temporary mock-up on some things. We're going to do a little bit of webbing in through here, I do believe, to match this down in here. But first and foremost, I realized after we got some things mounted up, the steering shaft goes right up through here. And I think it's going to be right through here. So we might have to cut this back just a little bit. But I'll know a little more. Hey, John. Hey, Scott. I'll know a little bit more once I go down and take a look at the square body that's being painted, the body that fits on this frame. But you know, it's trial and error. It's getting some things done. It's cutting some things loose, getting some more things done, cutting some more things loose. So basically, we got this big monster 632 sitting in this thing now. She's anchored in, so we can get some ideas where 632 cubic inch, Kenny. It's a blueprint motor. Found a couple of little tricks going to happen to it. We can boost up the horsepower and the torque just a little bit with some simple little add-ons. But basically, got to put the starter in place, which reminds me, I still got to put the oil filter on the other side before I move it. That way they can run the pipes down through here. Hey, Zach. If you realize, I mean, I got my hand in here, but these are going to be 2 1/4 inch primaries coming off of these heads. It's going to come back down through. They're all going to be tuned headers. They're going to be custom built. I got to get plenty of clearance around this starter and everything so I can pull the starter off if I have to. But going to run this thing down through here and bring it all the way back. Probably going to a 4-inch collector, 4-inch straight pipes right out the back, I do believe. We might do a dump. I don't know. We'll have to see how much space we got. Thanks, Zach. Hey, hun. But anyway, got us a 400 turbo sitting here. Complete bullet chromoly innards. The planetary that sits right about in here inside the unit is completely bolted up chromoly parts instead of riveted together for strength and everything. Input and output shafts, I don't know where they get their ratings or how they specify, but they're supposedly 5,000 horsepower input and output shafts, what they call Pro Mods. It's about the biggest, beefiest way you can build a 400. You can't get them any stronger than this. The only way I could go is a glide. Build a glide to, hey Adam, a glide all built up like this here is good for probably 3,500 horse, 4,000 horse. This one here is maybe good for 2,000, 2,100. So they say, even though the output shafts are 5,000 horsepower. Irrelevant, I guess. But anyway, go back here to my Hero box, my TW transfer case. Tom Wooten out of Kansas, I believe it is, built it, and gives you another little shot where the headers have got to go down through. It's going to be tight. You got to realize the fender inner comes up right about here, so these things got to really snake down and go down through here for clearances. It's gorgeous. I love it. I'm really excited about it. I'm nervous. All the little test fitting stuff. We had a little clearance issue right there with the oil pan. You can see the clearance. We're going to have to clean that out just a little bit more and weld another back plate in it, another gusset going across there and stuff. But the pan's big, so we had to notch that cross member. That's not a big deal. Like I said, we got to do the oil filter in here. It'll pop down a big old long oil filter, and we'll have to bring these headers right through here. Anyway, let's get a picture of this thing here. This thing's gorgeous. Capable of handling, I think it was 32 to 3,500 horsepower. All metal gears, no chain driven, gear to gear, helical cut gears. That thing is heavy. I mean, my God, you should see this bolted up in there. We do have a machine piece of aluminum that's going to go in here for the mounts, Problem is I didn't have the bolts that go through it into the case right here, so I got to get some different pieces for that. Gives me a little more clearance in here. Actually, about an inch more thread depth because the aluminum one's only this thick. So instead of this thick, it'll give me more. I've only got like on the splines maybe an inch. But as you can look at this thing, we've got all the holes. Hey Rob, got all the holes welded up all the way down the frame rail. I got my sandblaster coming in about 2 weeks, and we'll get it sandblasted up and get it painted, but we welded up all the holes. You can see how many holes are in this thing. It's stupid. I don't understand it. Hey Ryan. Yes. Sweet. Motor's in, tranny's in, transfer case is in. So anyway, we got a lot of webbing to do here. The videos I showed before, we had the webbing going up, and I could show you that, but I don't have it in place right now. I'm just trying to get it set up so I can get it on a trailer and get it delivered over for the headers. But a lot of stuff going. If you guys didn't notice, we plated the whole inside of the frame all the way up through, both sides. Outside is plated on the outside here. Give it some strength for these coilovers, so it doesn't twist the frame or anything like that. Came out really nice. Had to heat this up. Hey Jeff, had to heat this up to give it some bend to it for around the, because the steering box goes right here. I think I showed that before in the last one. It's a K20 frame, 1985 K20. That's what's going on in this thing. The body just got painted today. I got to go down and mock up the stripes on Monday. Not the stripes, I'm sorry. The orange in it. So it's black and orange. I got to go down and mark the body to show where the stripe is going down the side, or the side patch, whatever you want to call it. It's going to match the Dodge Ram. I'm sorry, got a little sidetracked there. I'm reading comments. So orange and black. Orange to match the Dodge Ram. But like I said, I'm glad you guys are watching. I'm pretty excited about this thing. We got the track bar in. It's not tacked in place. I'm waiting for my right end heim joint to go on it. I got a left end on it so we can adjust it. But we got to do some more gusseting, some more plating, some more beautification, some fancy things that are going on here we were talking about. But like I said, look at all the welds we did to weld up the frame so it was one solid piece from front to rear. No holes drilled, no rivets, no nothing. Only thing that's on here is what's going to be necessary to be on here. So anyway, one last thing that I realized, everybody. So let's go down here. So we've got a drive shaft angle. Kind of crappy, to be honest with you. Hey Kenny. Kind of crappy. Got double angles. That means I'm going to have to put a double cardan at both ends. What that means is a double cardan has 2 U-joints in a cage. Gives it double the angle so that I can run this. That transfer case will actually be clocked down about another 15 degrees, 10, 15 degrees, which will give me a little more clearance. But it'll put in better lower angles for the alignment of the front axle. I'll get over here so you can see what it's at. I know I'm rambling on, but I'm kind of excited, guys. So if you looked at this angle here and looked at where the angle is down there, you'll see what I'm talking about. Not a big deal. The only thing I'm worried about is I might have to change the pan. I got clearance. It should have more clearance once I sling this thing down in this area down in here. But that's it for tonight. I won't keep you guys up. Go to bed, go to sleep, wake up tomorrow and go back to work if you're working. If you're sucking off the government, keep sucking off the government, I guess. Had to throw a little joke out there. Y'all have a wonderful night. Thanks for watching. 632's in, 400 turbos in, TW transfer cases in, ready to get the headers made. Have fun, guys. Appreciate you watching.